Oh, shoot. I forgot to turn down the AC. Does somebody mind? Candace, do you mind doing that from your phone? Adjusting the AC for the noise here?
For the noise. Bring the noise.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome. See? Easy answers. Marvel. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. Rebecca sending the heart me. Thank you so much. I think that's one of the ways that you can join our team, which is one of the focuses for today, joining our team. You can join by clicking on the heart on the top left by the Dusty Thunder name, by sending a heart me, which is 1 coin. Those are the 2 ways to join the team. We're at 946 members. We want to see how much we can grow that team. Oh, Kim, sorry. We're just getting started, though. Just getting started. Brittany and Neil, thank you for answering that question. Greatly appreciate it. Kelly, thank you so much for sharing the live. Nerdy, good to see you. Chelsea, hello. Gemma, good to see you as well. Rebecca with the Marvelous again. Morgan, Marvel, but you love the Batman movies. That's okay. You can do that. Mel Bell, Chelsea, Kim, no worries. Mixeel, Marvel. Bless Mama, Marvel. The Effulgent One, Marvel. Sarah S. officially, good to see you. Hello. Gemma with the Marvel as well. Overkill, Mill, Marvel, all day, like Schmidt says. Wolfie, hey. Grandma Izzy, yo, good to see you. Myra, Catalina, good to see you there as well. Crystal with the Marvel, heck yeah. Dylan with us for month 4, heck yeah, man. Glad to still have you in the storm. Fame, thank you so much for the heart me, and thank you for joining the team. Crystal Museum Girl, thank you so much for the rose. Greatly appreciate that. Creepy Spice with the heart me as well. Welcome to the team. Michelle, Carol, Piotr, Wolfie, Piotr joining up on the team with the heart me as well. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. We do have our initial goal of 3K lightning bolts today to get Caden Thunder up here. And our likes goal is set at 600K. 600K. Christine, wedding photographer, thank you so much for sharing the live. Greatly appreciate that. Sue, Becca, Amerdon, you as well. Christian Museum Girl, thank you. Greatly appreciate the share there. Tony Spark, he's getting on the Marvel train here as well. It's a point of controversy here in the studio. Only with the younger guys. Sweet Shelly, thank you so much for sharing the live. Greatly appreciate that. Wolfie, thank you for the lightning bolts. Gingy, you as well. Samantha, you as well. Overkill Mill, joining the team with the heart me. Michelle Heather as well. Carol Piotr, Chelsea Stevens, Fane, thank you guys so much. Sasha Sampson with the lightning bolt, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Sarah S. officially, Darla, Carol, Tegan, Crystal, Carrie Ann, Emmy Lou, thanks for the shares. Greatly appreciate that, guys. The only correct answer is Marvel, Leah says. Made by Nettie. Marvel, but Poison Ivy is your favorite character, so earn both. You can like things from both, but it's like, which one do you like the best out of the two? And not comics, just movies, just based on movies. I am dressed for the party. Here's the deal. I'm gonna go face mode real quick just so I can show you this, and then we'll go back to party mode. I had to show off the DFHB jacket that I got in. It's got the DFHB approved badge on the front, and it's like my FBI jacket, but DFHB. You better believe you're going to see this in some more DFHB content. We've got a couple ideas already. Hey, now I'm going to take it off because it's crinkly like a diaper, and that's going to suck for editing. Based on movies, Marvel, Golden Now. Good to see you, man. You dig the jacket. Thank you. Let me toss it over here real quick, somewhere. Okay, cool. Tried to throw it on a chair. Totally failed. Totally failed. Totally. This little dude is not scrolling the way that I want it to. Gemma, resubbing to Stay With The Storm. Thank you so much. Glad to have you in the fam here still. Thank you, Candy Thunder. Appreciate it. Cleaning up my mess as usual. Per usual. If it's only movie, you'd say both, VP? We're only focused on movies for this one because I know when you get into TV shows, when you get into comics, when you get into a bunch of different things, that changes things. So just based on movies. Twinkle says, you love the dog filter. He looked like what I felt like this morning, too. It's like, I just want to crawl back into bed. Caden Thunder and I were talking about that. We're like, it's one of those days. You just want to stay in bed. Do what? She said, I just don't want to. Frankie J's mama Samantha, thank you so much for the stream shares there as well. Just wait till James Gunn does some magic. There you go. I'm excited to see that. Excited. Oh, Darla. Yeah, it's 111 there right now. It's not over 100 degrees here, at least right now. I think it is, let me find out, 87. It's 87 here, which is a welcome break from the last couple of weeks, but I think it's jumping back up to the hundreds next week, so that sucks. Yeah, this is not jacket weather. Definitely not. Definitely not. 100 approval rating. 70 and raining. 87 is one. Yeah, 87 is not bad. I'll take it. Yes. My favorite movie from Marvel? That's tough. I mean, dang. I don't know that I can choose. Huge Guardians of the Galaxy fan. Huge Thor fan. You can't not like the Avengers lineup. Vita says she prefers the stories of DC Comics, but the movies aren't usually as good as Marvel. Grandma Izzy, Michael Keaton, Batman, that's a tough one. A tough one to beat. Morgan, yes, Candy Thunder and I actually went and saw the new Guardians on our anniversary down in Bentonville at Skylight. And it's sad. It is a very sad movie. It was very sad. Good movie, though. Just sad. Just so sad. It is tough. You named your little hummingbird after Rocket? That's cool. Tori, we multi-stream on Mondays, not on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is TikTok only. Sorry. Yes, you can like both, but it can be 50-50. It can definitely be 50-50. Cesara, 13 degrees Celsius there and raining. I don't know what 13 degrees Celsius translates to. Math is hard. Shadowcast and Marvel live action is better than DC, but DC animated movies are on fire. There you go. Carrie Lee, Harry Potter? I think he's in the DC universe, right? Harry Potter? Math is as hard as words. Maybe harder. It's a good thing I don't have to read math on these streams. Otherwise, we'd never get anywhere. All right, let's go ahead and rock and roll here, guys. Okay. Welcome to the stream today. Words are hard already. Hey, coming up, we have stories about daughter-in-law drama, plastic surgery, fighting sisters, relationship drama, terrible dinners, spicy family drama, and yes, cake stories. Stick around because it's almost tea time. Before that, we have our first goal as 3K lightning bolts to get Candy Thunder up here. Also, we have a sub goal of 550. I think we're sitting at 482 right now. So if you were a member previously and you've dropped off, just go check your renewal settings. I see Sweet Shelly just resubbed there. Thank you for sticking with us in the fam. Greatly appreciate that. If you are already a sub, just make sure you know what your renewal settings are. I know it's not super easy to get to or understand. TikTok does a really good job of making it not super easy. Thanks for that. We are focusing on growing our team today, and you can join the team by clicking on the heart top left by the Dusty Thunder name, or by sending a heart me, which is 1 coin. We were at 946 at the beginning of the stream. We want to see how big we can get. There are actually some incentives on the back end that TikTok is giving to creators for growing their teams as well. So we are focused up on that. It's not something that we've really focused on before, but now go team. Let's do it. And the podcast with Caden Thunder is out now. For those of you who have seen it, hashtag beans. For those of you who have not seen it yet, it's definitely worth checking out. It is hilarious. If you have seen it, what is your favorite part? Mercy, can you explain the subs real quick? Yeah, so if you become a paid sub a paid live sub here on TikTok, you actually become one of our VIP members. We do a VIP live after the public Wednesday lives, so it'll be a shorter half-hour-ish live that we'll do just with the VIP group, and then there also gets you access to the VIP group on Facebook, where we do a lot of communication. We run a lot of things by that group first, so it's a really cool group to be a part of. There are other perks involved as well, but those are the main ones. Oh, got to get on the podcast. It's so good. It is so good. Make sure that you're subscribed on the YouTube channel for all sorts of awesome content that you will not see here. Today we also have this back.
Wheel of Thunder!
We have Wheel of Thunder back at it this week. The top 10 gifters and 2 new members of the Storm, 2 existing members of the Storm will go on the Wheel of Thunder. We'll spin it for winners. In addition to the sticker pack prize, we'll also be giving away another signed Ask on Scale poster. That's a full-size 24 by 36 Ask on Scale poster. So we ordered a few of those in so we can do that for a little while. And we're getting ready to mail our first one out that we finally all signed. So heck yes. We're very excited for that. Remember, do not feel obligated or pressured to gift. We greatly appreciate any support that you give us, but we also greatly appreciate interacting with our posts and the live, sharing any kind of interaction, and extra exposure that you help give us means the world to us. So do not feel pressured to gift if it's going to cause you pain in any way, shape, or form. Ready to get rocking and rolling? Hey, also, we're almost halfway there on our gift goal to get Caden Thunder out here, and to start things off, we have a little bit of a treat for you. Did you kill that air yet, Candace? Okay, I'm trying to give the AC a chance to kick off before I start reading things that we're gonna edit up. Are we lagging out? No. Okay. TikTok has been seeing or having a lot of issues on their end, and backing out of the stream and jumping back in, or backing out of the app and jumping back in typically solves the issue. Mama Ranger, Benet Boo, Carrie Lee, Chic, Danny, Carol, Sweet Shelly, thank you guys so much for the shares there. Greatly appreciate it. Tony Spark with the lightning bolt, thank you so much. Scrub Forever, Mungao, Mercy subscribed for the very first time and became a member of the Storm. Welcome to the gosh heckin' fam. Glad to have you here. Emmy Lou, Haley, Helena, Stephanie, Chef Mel, Gretchen, Kenny, K Crush, Gretchen, Madison, TLS, Baby Bay, Kimberly, Hunter Girl, Ronell, Scott. Thank you guys so much for the gifts there. Greatly appreciate it. Jacqueline, Ronell, Deb, see you there as well. Thank you so much, guys. Greatly appreciate that. Chic, happy to share. Honestly, a huge help to me. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you. Buffering on your end there. Our connection appears to be okay. So if you are having some lag issues, you might back out and jump back in. Cindy Lou, Light and Shining Armor, Lily, Books, Food, Kids, Coffee. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate the shares there. There goes the air so we can get rocking and rolling here. We are officially halfway or over halfway there on our first gift goal to get Caden Thunder up there, and we're trucking along. So here's where we're starting off with. Last week during the VIP live, the VIP group actually met the goal to unlock a cake story. We did not read it during that live. So the cake story that the VIPs unlocked last week during the VIP live, we're going to start off with today. So you get started off with a reward. Thank you, VIPs. Greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate that. Cooper, good to see you here, man. Emmy Lou, yours is lagging too. Goober, hashtag beans is the favorite part is the cake pops. You would try it? The chicken cake pops? That's a Caden Thunder speciality right there. Okay, let's go ahead and dive in. This is a follower submitted cake story, and its title is, Am I the Astronaut for Telling My Wife to Get Her Own Damn Cake? Not a great start. I do not care much for birthdays. I never have. To me, they're just another day and another reason to feel like you have to spend money on people. My wife, on the other hand, loves birthdays. This has been an issue for us since we got together, but we've both tried our best to respect the other's feelings. I try to do something nice for her birthdays, and she tries to leave me alone for mine. This year, for some reason, all of her friends have been hung up on this new cake shop that has opened in our town. I will never understand why women have such a thing with status symbols, but they do. This place is ridiculous. Their cakes are small and cost hundreds of dollars for just a few bites. They are decorated with loads of icing that isn't even really edible. The only reason these women even want one is to say they got one, and in my opinion, to say that they can afford to blow hundreds of dollars on a cake. Of course, my wife asked me to get one of these insane cakes for her birthday, and I flat out refused. I love my wife, and we are not poor, but we are also not wasteful. She knows this about me. I'm happy to buy her nice birthday gifts that are useful or that last, but there's no way I'm going to spend hundreds of dollars on something like cake or flowers that will only last a few days. She wants a piece of jewelry? Fine. She wants a new outfit, pair of shoes? Done. But a $300 cake? No way. I tried to get her to give me other ideas for her birthday, but she just keeps going on and on and on about this cake. She said she didn't want anything else, but I know that the only reason she wants it is so that she can be part of the in-group with her stuck-up friends. I finally told her if she wanted one of those damn cakes, she was going to have to get the damn thing herself because I was not going to waste money on it. I did get her something else for her birthday that I think she's going to love, but it's not the cake, and she is still mad at me for not giving in and getting her an overpriced cake. Does this make me an a-hole? What the Gray Rock is cooking. Useful, at least. Does he mean vacuums? Dear Lord, I hope not. I sure hope not. 1922 of 3K on our lightning bolt goal right now to get Caden Thunder out here. If you're gifting and stick to those lightning bolts, that will help us get there faster. C. Larson, Hunter Girl, Kevin Clark, Sweet Shelly, Kevin again, Amanda. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. Greatly appreciate that. Bobby Joe Crossnose says ASCON 2 here. Oh, and we've got an NTA Protect the Cake as well. Skyla. Just Cat says, I just asked for a vacuum for my birthday. If you ask for it, that's fine. If someone gives it to you without you asking for it, that's different. Okay, here's the deal. I understand where OP is coming from here. However, I also believe that you don't get to decide for other people what they want and don't want on their birthday. And if your significant other really wants something for their birthday and you have a set budget, ultimately it's not going to hurt you to have it be something that is not going to last. It's going to hurt them. But they made that choice. She made that choice about what she wanted. Now, if she was expecting that and lavish gifts on top of it, that's a little bit of a different story. But I'm of the opinion here that if that is the one thing that she wanted for her birthday, and it's the one thing that she told you she wanted for her birthday, then you get the damn thing she told you she wanted for her birthday. This is what I'm saying. If Candy Thunder came to me and was like, hey, there's this ridiculously overpriced cake, but it is the only thing I want for my birthday, zero hesitation, I'd buy it. It would hurt. The entire process would be painful, but I would buy it.
Never asked for $300 cake.
You might. You never know. It could be one hell of a cake. It could be a cake made with made with something valuable. You never know. Are you the criminals from the statistics? So where do we think OP belongs here? The question specifically here is, am I the astronaut for telling my wife to get her own damn cake? I feel like it's a big party foul. And yes, a cake was harmed in this process. Oh, 2944. We're almost to 3K here. We're damn near there. We may be able to get Candy Thunder up here to give me some help, give some feedback on this story. Definitely check the box for 4. Definitely check the box for 3. I'm at 2. Definitely shouldn't have done that. I don't think this is an evil thing because I get it. But this is a 2 for me. Dude, when your significant other wants something for their birthday, as ridiculous as you may think it is, it means something to them. If you're going to spend that amount anyway, frickin' do it. I don't think it matters, Cooper. I don't think it matters if it's good. The wife decided on it. I don't think it's up to OP here to make the decision on whether it's worthy or not. I think she decided that's what she wanted. Hey, let's give some thanks here real quick, and then let's get Candy Thunder up here. Michelle, Heather, Jenny, Sue, Jen here, GSSS, Mungao, Tamara, Just Kim, AK Mary, K Crush One, TLS Journey, Nixie, O Jim, Jack Swilo, Kevin Clark, Mel J Wolf, Golden Hour Supply, Piotr Fane, Sweet Shelly, T Hef, Emma Vassallo, Hunter Girl. We've got Bama Chef Mel. We've got Bebe Handmade, Deb Redhead, Tony Spark, Becky Morby, Black Wolf, Annette Madron, Jenny Thomason, Kenny 2.0 or Kenny 20, Chelsea Stevens, Mama B101, Dylan Sprague, Sharon Day Newton, C Sizzle, Nettie 73, Loera, Angel Faced, Tammy Lee, Sasha Sampson. We've got Sneffy Lynn, Amanda McPhail, Julie Jules, and Jill's Realm. Thank you guys so much for helping us get there. I'm going to get the next one set up, and then we'll bring Candy Thunder up here. Let's see. Can't tell you what it is yet. Found it. Found it. Found it. We have the chance to unlock a cake story with this one, and it is 350 donuts. There it be. Rock and roll and go. Donut focused. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, the undisputed champion.
What?
Of all Thunder content. Candy Thunder.
Oh my God, it's Candy Thunder.
Look, words just start coming out of my face sometimes, and I don't know what they mean.
I was like, what? What is that? What are you even talking about right now?
Hey, at least I didn't say I was going to put beans in someone's pillow.
That's right. Or is that somebody was as cute as sliced bread?
Yeah, okay, we got to give some context to that now. Candy Thunder.
It was overkill. It was a build-up. I don't think I can live up to this. That build-up.
Candy Thunder likes to mix up sayings, like half of one saying, half of another. Like lay down the hammer. We've talked about that, which is drop the hammer and lay down the law. Yesterday, she said Navy Thunder was the cutest thing since sliced bread, which is obviously not how that saying goes. I don't think sliced bread has ever been really cute.
I mean, a loaf of bread could be cute.
Homemade.
She's as cute as a homemade loaf of bread.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you, girl in Big Sky Country.
The one, the only.
She said she does that. She does that too.
You mix the sayings up.
Yes.
I like to say that English is Candy Thunder's second language.
I was born in Germany, so that's a possibility.
It works. It works. Crystal's asking if you're feeling better.
Yes, and still a little congested, but yes, the antibiotic I think is halfway there. It's half working.
The antibiotic that said that side effects may include
diarrhea in the next 6 months.
6 months, yeah. Yeah, so essentially
like unknown when it could happen, but yeah, so I'm just on the lookout for that.
Yeah. This medicine is
up to the next 6 months.
So what this drug does is it goes through your body and captures all the bad stuff, and then it stores it in your intestines, and 6 months later, you're going to pee out your butt, but all that bad stuff will be in there, and it'll get rid of it, so it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's exactly what the bottle says.
Yes.
No, I didn't read the bottle, and then I noticed it said don't take with your vitamins. So I read the rest of the information, and it was like, if you have this in the next few weeks or up to the next 6 months, it's probably because of the antibiotic. And I was like, how is that on the side of a bottle?
Is it worth it to take this medicine?
I'm like, just don't worry about it.
Tara and Justin, yeah, sorry. You jumped in a weird spot in the stream.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. But we are also in the middle. We just started, kids just started school, so youth sports season just started, which means that life for us just got exponentially crazier because our girls both cheer on the same night in 2 different towns because they go to 2 different schools.
Yes.
So that's fun to juggle. But at least this, because they're all in school sports now and not youth sports, we don't have any weekend games anymore. High five for that.
Very cool.
Saturday, we don't have to get up at the butt crack of dawn and travel to different towns to go watch early football games now. We actually get to sleep in a little bit.
That's funny. What the Grey Rock is cooking, yes.
Cork? We're like a plug? I don't.
So the next story that we're going to read, if we haven't hit the other goal, is an update to the. You have to go back to it. Okay, it's an update to the wanting to end the relationship because the fiance wants to spend Christmas with his daughter and his ex-wife. And I'm really excited. So this update was posted after we had already filmed the first video. But I sent it to Tony and I was like, please add this to Wednesday because I want to hear it. I want to hear everyone discuss it. So let's do it.
Was this one that it posted Monday?
Yeah, it posted, I think Sunday or Monday. I can't remember. But yeah, I posted it and then someone said there's an update. And I was like, on it. I'm grabbing it. We're doing this.
Want it.
So I'm really excited.
Okay, well, I'll jump in.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Thunder.
Bye.
She patted herself on the back as she walked away. Okay, here we go. Penny Bauer, subscribe for the first time to become a member of the Storm. Heck yes. Welcome to the fam. Joe, Gina, Chelsea Stevens, Martin, Gina, Elise Newman, Goober, Joe, Dylan, Nikki Bolton, Emmy Lou. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. Greatly appreciate that. Angel, you as well. Angel is a godsend, by the way. I know that's probably why they named you Angel. Angel. She's a huge help for us in the VIP group with reminders and calendars and stuff. Kristen does a lot of that too. You guys are a big help to us. A big help. Okay, let's dive in. We're over halfway there on our donut goal right now. You guys are going to unlock that other cake story probably while I'm reading this one, so we'll rock and roll through it. Again, this is an update to a post that went up Monday, and that post was, am I the astronaut for wanting to end my relationship because my fiance wants to spend Christmas with his daughter and ex-wife? The update title is, my fiance has told his ex that he's having Christmas in our place this year. All hell broke loose. Oh boy, here we go. Hi, this is an update. Since many of you are following me for updates, please read the original post on my page. My fiance and I have been in constant conversation about what happened, and I have sensed that he is basically terrified of rocking the boat. I don't know if he's scared of his ex or something, but he kept saying that his daughter is the one who's going to pay should he and his ex start fighting. Anyway, he said that he understands that this wasn't an ultimate solution and that he and I are family now. He said he will talk to his ex about the new arrangement. He's done that now and told the ex that he wanted Christmas at our house this year, as per their custody agreement. Oh, there is an agreement. Christmas and other holidays should be on alternate years with each parent, and that she's welcome to spend Christmas Eve with us since she doesn't feel comfortable with having me at her house. She called him about 100 times, screaming and hauling insults at him, telling him he was a moron choosing over his own daughter and that he is a worthless coward and a piece of garbage. We'll have to just let you translate the meow and what it means. He stopped answering her for a while. She sent him an email last night that she's going to talk to her lawyer to get full custody and threatened that he will never see his daughter again. Okay, that's red flag worthy. Also, that's not going to work because the hubby here is just like, hey, we're going to follow the custody agreement that was already approved by a court of law. If anything, she's going to get herself in trouble here by not being willing to follow the agreement. That's not going to work the way you think it is, lady. I was shocked because I've never seen her escalate like this, and I feel guilty for starting this whole thing. I apologized to my fiance, but he said that it wasn't my fault and that he knew this would happen, but that it was time to take this battle, as he always knew he would need to. But that it was time to take this battle as he knew that he would need to sooner or later. He didn't sleep and has been sad, but he said he wasn't worried about her threats because she can't do anything. But he hates that she's probably going to use his daughter against him when he promised himself to never do that. He said he has been compliant all these years for his daughter's sake, but he always knew this day was coming and he can't just be a doormat anymore. I just don't know what to do now. I still feel responsible for what happened and I hate seeing him distraught and sad. I haven't even told him we are expecting either. I feel empty. Am I the astronaut? I forgot she was expecting. She still hasn't told him. So he's just... But here's the good part. The good part is that he finally made the decision on his own, sort of, to go ahead and stand up to his ex and say, yeah, we're not going to do this anymore. And what he said about he knew this time was coming, I'm relieved to hear because, yeah, the shitty part about all of this is that him being complicit in playing house this whole time for his daughter's benefit is going to turn into a negative. Like, if there is a negative backlash with his daughter from this, it's because he was complicit for so long and built up this expectation for it. And yeah, the bigger risk here is that she is going to use his daughter against him. But you know what? If she's calling her lawyer to start a court battle, bring it, because she's going to be the one who gets whooped in the ass. She's going to be the one who proves herself less likely to be the more amenable parent. She's going to be the one who proves herself less likely to follow a plan, less likely to allow frequent and meaningful contact with the other parent. She is going to implode, and it's not going to go well for her. Rushi Duna, thank you so much for sticking with us for month 2 with the storm. Heck yes. Canik Ray, Meme, J, 1978, Deb, Rebel, Redhead, Meme again, Raya. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. Greatly appreciate that. Canik Ray. I'm NTA here, OP. NTA. You know, this is the right thing to do, and your husband knows that it's the right thing to do, or fiance. Your fiance knows that it's the right thing to do. Yes, you're not married yet, but you will be soon. He knows it's the right thing to do, and it was just a matter of time. It sucks that he waited this long to do that, but thank goodness he decided to go ahead and do it before even knowing that you're expecting, because this has to happen. And you know what? If she can't handle it and she's going to go ape shit, then he needs to talk to his attorney too. And maybe all communication about this matter needs to be directed through attorneys. And that would stop at least some of that. And if it doesn't, there's some action that he can take there too. NTA, this has to happen. It is pain. It is a fire that you're going to have to walk through. OP's husband or OP's fiance and you, OP, it's going to suck too. She's going to make life hell for you too. But it is a fire that you have to walk through. It is the right thing to do. And it was just a matter of time. It sucks that he had to do it at all. But it's because he decided to roll with it. And I know why he did. It's, you know, his little girl. And the thought of disappointing her or not doing something for her when at the time when he wasn't with you prior, it didn't harm anything for him to be there. At least that was his thought process. But now, not as good. We are 221 of 350 on our donut goal right now to get the next cake story up. Jenny Thomason subscribed to become a member of the Storm. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Glad to have you here. Jen here says, better to lay down clear boundaries now than wait. It only gets worse the longer he enables her. Agreed. And she's unfortunately over this amount of time, because there was a precedent and an expectation built up. That's why she's reacting as hard as she is now. Ugh. Karen says, lived that. The daughter ended up moving in with us as a teenager. The mom drug us to court always. Cool. Jamie's concerned. What's going to happen with the child from the mom now? Yeah. Cooper, heck yeah, I meowed. I wasn't about to get censored or come up with a more vulgar term for it. Felicia, seeing the donut goal makes you want a donut. The purple lady, I agree. All of her overreacting is going to cost her custody rights. Not everything, but it's not going to swing in her favor because she's going to prove herself to be the more unreasonable parent. What has the mom been telling the child about him all this time, Walter? Yeah, who knows? It's not going to be good. Scorpion Sting Queen, good to see you. Hello, welcome. Jill, I guess we know why they're divorced. Yeah. Yep. Hey, we're there. Donut goal achieved. Let's go ahead and give some thanks here and get our cake story queued up. We have to thank here Mama Jams, Michelle Heather, Sir Gotham Knight, TLS Journey, Laura's Namus, Emma Vassallo, Chelsea Stevens, Maggot CRF 230, Jill's Realm, Sweet Shelly, Genrilla, Pirate Pups, Jax Willow, Just Kim 85, Nikki Bolton, Deb Redhead, Piotr 777, Nixie O Jim, Jen here, Diana, Joe 22, keep your joy, Let the Bestest, Miles Griff, Kenny 20, T Half 90, GSSS 926, Gina 421, Mama B 101, Dylan Sprague, Candy Thunder, Jenny Thomason, Mava Loves, Katso 64, Mandarin, NB the G, Tammy Lee, Tony Nyan, Mom KEC, Nelly Ray, Annette Madron, Tony Spark, Nettie73 Loera, Angel Face Demon, and QB85. Thank you guys so much. Unlock that cake goal, and I'm going to get the next thing set up here right quick. Oh. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Okay, this next one is going to unlock what? Ooh, a spicy family drama story. So instead of unlocking a cake story, which is what we typically do, you're going to be able to unlock a spicy story. Spicy family drama. By spicy, we don't mean risque. We mean juicy drama. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. You saw a black flicker when you hit the like? That's interesting. Jen, if you have a story to send us, you can send it at dusty-thunder.com. There's a form that you can fill out there. Alternatively, you can go to the Dusty Thunder subreddit and post it there. That gives the members of that community a chance to weigh in as well. So if you want quicker feedback, that's probably the best way to go. If you send it into us directly, it enters a queue. There's no guarantee that it gets pulled to be covered on live, but it at least puts it on our radar. So does posting it on the Dusty Thunder subreddit. And again, you get quicker feedback if you go that route. So in your shoes, it would be a good way to go. Yeah, I have to clarify spicy and what it means, because people are like, oh, no, not that kind of spicy. Not spicy. Not like that. No, not like that. We reached NTA for the previous story. And before we move on to this cake story that you guys unlocked, we're already at 318 of 1500 on the fires. We again have this going on today. Wheel of Thunder is going on today, where the top 10 gifters plus 2 previous members of the Storm and 2 new members of the Storm will go on the wheel. We'll spin it during the VIP Live. We'll be giving away a sticker pack and also another 24 by 36 signed Ascon scale poster. So, yes. Very, very cool. And again, we're focused on building our team up today, and you can join the team one of 2 ways. You can either hit the heart that is top left by the Dusty Thunder name, or you can send a heart me gift, which is 1 coin, and that puts you on the team as well. We were at 946-ish at the beginning of this stream, and the ultimate goal is to get up in the 10K neighborhood, right? Right, Tony Spark? We got a ways to go. We got a little ways to go. So we appreciate all of you who have already joined up. And if you have not yet, let's rock and roll. Juliet says, how did Tony's visit with his dad go? Tony, you're going to appear as one of our gift goals here, right? We'll let him talk about that then. Okay. Did your dad get to meet Ted? Has your dad ever met Ted? Oh yeah. He says, oh yeah. Your dad is very familiar with Ted, huh? He knows. Maggot CRF 230, you want to know if you can buy a signed poster? Just join, but you have terrible luck and it's bedtime. You won't win. LOL. You never know. We don't have signed ones for sale yet. That is an interesting thought. So we'll talk about it. And if we end up offering that, we'll do a story or something to let everybody know. Have I met Ted? Oh yeah, I've met Ted.
No, that was a How I Met Your Mother reference.
Oh, gotcha. Have you met Ted?
My dad's met Ted. He's not really a big fan of Ted.
Oh, your dad's not a fan of Ted?
Well, it depends on what state he's in.
There's like stage 3 Ted, which is 2 sheets to the wind, right?
It depends on what state my dad is.
Oh. What's your dad's alter ego that is like your version of Ted?
I don't know. I don't really have a...
You're going to have to come up with one for him. Yeah.
When he's in that version, him and Ted get along great. When he's not, he's not very famous.
That's hilarious. Driving with Bella, I'm actually going to be on till about 5 o'clock, and then we'll flip over to the VIP Live. Okay. Ted is Tony Sparks' alter ego that takes over when it's Tony Sparks' party mode, his party personality. And he had a funny story yesterday or Monday, I can't remember, but he said that sometimes Ted will hide things that Tony can't find. But when Ted shows back up, he knows exactly where it is. It's great. All right, let's read our cake reward story here. We're already at 902 of the 1,500 fires to get the spicy/juicy family drama story unlocked. This cake reward story is titled, Am I the Astronaut for being honest with my girlfriend when she asked a question about the birthday cake she made me? Well, I mean, it ended up as an AITA story, so I'm guessing offering that unfiltered feedback did not go well. I, 34 male, had a birthday just yesterday, and my girlfriend, 36 female, offered to bake me a cake. I told her that I would prefer a chocolate cake, devil's food, with chocolate icing and nothing fancy. She's usually a great baker, and I guess she thought that wasn't sophisticated enough or something. She baked me a chocolate cake with vanilla icing between the two layers of cake, then surrounded in chocolate frosting. The cake was fine, but I was disappointed because it was not what I wanted. She must have noticed and asked me if I was disappointed, so I was honest with her. Yes, I was disappointed. It wasn't the cake I asked for. I said, if I wanted vanilla in a cake, I would have asked for vanilla in the cake. I didn't make a scene. I didn't pout. I even ate half of the slice, the chocolate part. She got upset with me and said, but I've made vanilla cake before and you liked it. I pointed out that I don't mind vanilla icing, but it's not what I wanted for my birthday. Her feelings were hurt, and she even pulled a, I'm not going to make you any cake next year, which I replied with, I will order my own and get my money back if they don't do it like I want it. Apparently, that was the last straw. She asked me to leave, later texted me that I embarrassed her in front of her kids, and now she won't reply to my messages. I think birthdays are important things. I feel like I was honest with her when she asked me. I didn't want to lie about it. My friend told me I should have been grateful that she made the cake at all, especially one that I've eaten and liked in the past. Maybe I overreacted a bit, though I don't feel like I did and hope to get a second opinion. Am I the astronaut here? Edit, after looking at the comments, I've apologized to my girlfriend for being a partial asshole, but also asked her for an apology as well because it looked like the results were about 50-50 on whether I was or wasn't, at least when I skimmed. She hasn't replied yet, but I'll assume I'll hear from her today. She is probably just thinking about how she can best apologize to me. You think that's what's happening in her mind? You think she's like, how do I best apologize to him? I don't think that's what's happening in her mind, bro. Also, I think apologizing, but then asking someone to also apologize to you, maybe not the best idea. I did just get an internet speed or connection warning, which doesn't make sense at all. But I have some really good news for you. Some really good news. Our new internet connection is being installed this week. They did some work today. It should be activated by Friday. So all streams moving forward, not today, all streams moving forward after today are going to be on our blazing fast new internet connection. We should have no problems on our end moving forward. Mama Ranger, that's what you call a slap in the face apology. Lots of brozos going on here. I absolutely agree with this. This was a brozo move. You don't apologize while asking for an apology from the person you're apologizing to. That's not a real apology. That's not how apologies work. I'm torn on this because, yes, he was very specific in what he asked for, but yes, he should have also been grateful that she made a cake for him. And I mean, refer to our first cake story of the day here. She had a very specific thing that she asked for. He said no, he didn't want to do it, and he was the asshole for it. Is this the same scenario? She asked what kind of cake he wanted. He was very specific. She got halfway there. I don't know. What do y'all think? Faith is brozo to the max. The slide whistle, yes. Caden Thunder's in the house. Welcome back. I assume you'll be seeing him here in a bit as well. Yep. Couple goals away. We're at 1382 of the 1500 fires here too, so you guys are about to knock that one out of the park as well. It is kind of the same scenario. Beautiful me. Agreed. They're very similar. We've got Mabel Loves and a bunch of other people saying everyone sucks here. Wolfie agrees with that. It's an ESH, a half hole. What do you call it? A taint? Laura? I'm not sure. What do you call a half hole? Am I the half hole? Kelly McMillan says everyone sucks here. They're both in the wrong. Amy says, I kind of feel like the middle layer wasn't a huge deal. Yeah, he was clear in what he wanted, but okay, here's where I think it's different from the first story that we read. In the other story, it was she didn't want any other gift. The one thing she wanted was her husband to order this specific cake from this specific bakery. That was the gift. That was everything. In this instance, there were probably gifts and stuff also included, but it was, I'm going to make you a cake. What kind of cake would you like me to make you? And he gave specifics, and she didn't really follow that. So I don't know. Jennifer subscribed and became a member of the Storm for the very first time. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Glad to have you here. And we met our fire goal here as well. Let's make a determination on this, though. I do feel like it is an everybody sucks here because he was very specific about what he wanted. And, you know, she should have had a reason for deviating past that. If it was because that's all she had to work with, that's one thing. And she probably should have said that. He should have approached this differently. He should have delivered his feedback a little bit better. And I'll give you an example. My dad does not like angel food cake. Doesn't like it. But his mom, my grandma, was convinced that he loved angel food cake and was making it for his birthday for like 50 years. And he never spoke up because he didn't want to hurt her feelings. And yeah, he should have at some point, but he never did because that's just, he was more concerned about her feelings than, you know, him not getting a cake that he's not a huge fan of. Everyone sucks here for sure. I feel like hubby in this case, or boyfriend in this case, is that what it is? I feel like, you know what? Let's go ahead and say they're both a 3 and they cancel out here because they should have done this differently. She should have done her part differently as well. But I think this is a communication issue, right? This is something that you guys at this point need to communicate through and make sure that it doesn't happen again and say, hey, I'll just make sure that I communicate that, like, no vanilla, please. And she should say something like, you know, I'm sorry, I should have listened, and I'll be more careful about how I ask for feedback or whatever. But there needs to be concessions made on both sides so that they can communicate through this better in the future, right? Yes, communication. All right, let's go ahead and give some thanks for our goal here on the fire. You guys unlocked that spicy / juicy family story. I have to say / juicy now so people don't think it's a real story. Half hole plugged up. There you go, Cooper. H. Lynn Cross, Hunter Girl, Michelle Heather, Case Yoban. We've got the TLS Journey, Lolo Loves, Josh Inagami, Bangle Joy, Chris 72.5, Mammoth Jams, Nikki Bolton, Gina 421, Jill's Round, Deb Redhead, Lilybug, Cat Power, Tesh 179, T Hef, Piotr, Chelsea Stevens, Baseball 022, Becky the Unicorn, Nixie O Jim, Lacey Lex, Tony Spark, Tamara, Jenny Thomason, Counselor Pam, Emma Vassallo, Sharon Day Newton, Fancy Face, Miles Griff, Becky Morby, Michael Whites, F Around and Find Out, Lisa Trangiocuni. Sure, I'm butchering that, but it looks like that's the way it should be said. Sandra Woods, Mama B101, A Jeep Granny, Mel J. Wolf, Kenny20, Vita's Living Loca, The Purple Lady, obviously Mel and Diana 5520. Thank you guys so much for helping us hit that. We unlocked that spicy story. The next one is going to unlock a Tony story reading and Candy giving feedback if she's back by then. May have to what? Yeah. We may have to deliver that one when Candy Thunder gets back. She's on kiddo pickup duty right now. Okay. I can find this one. It was auto-selected for me. You pulled some magic over here, Tony. Tony Spark, working his magic. What'd you say? Oh. He said it's an inside Taylor Swift joke, too. The hand hearts. We've got 80 hand hearts as the goal here to unlock Tony reading a story and Candy Thunder giving feedback here. So heck, yes, we'll jump back over. Beer Today is on the chat with us as well. Welcome, brother. Good to see you. What was the name of the story? Tegan, are you asking about the one we just read? The one we just read, that cake story. Oh, I don't have it on my notes anymore. Tony, can you post the name of that or the title of that AITA story? Tegan was asking. Thank you, sir. Greatly appreciate that. Candy Thunder is in chat, even though she's running around. She said she just got Ava from school and she's heading back. All right, got it. Okay, here is our spicy reward story. This is titled, Am I the Astronaut for telling my in-laws to mind their effing business when they intervened in a disagreement between my husband and I about our unborn son's name? Ooh, we're off to a good start here. JP with us for month 4 in the storm. Glad to still have you here. I, 28 female, have been married to my husband for 18 months, and we're expecting our first child in November. Back when I first met my husband, we had discussed children and even naming children. We both wanted kids and both felt that kids deserve their own name and not honor names or long-standing family names. My husband has one. It's somewhat of a tradition, and he told me it was complicated at the best of times, but also meant what felt like a very old man name was often continued on in the family with no time to let it rest. We discussed it all more in depth when we got engaged. We had agreed that we would stand together and not give a son, if we had one, the family name that would be expected. We are now in the very position we had discussed, and my husband has changed his mind. Ah, shit. You mean Mama got to him? The name in question is Arthur. The name has become far more popular in the last couple of years, and I worry that its rise in popularity and the familial pressure have made my husband give in and decide that we should stick to the tradition. I'm very upset about this fact, and my husband and I have been disagreeing for close to 3 months now on the topic of the name. I still stand by my belief that children should have their own name, and I still don't even like the name. He has gone back on our promise, and that stings. We were at his sister's house on Saturday for her daughter's birthday party. While we were there, certain family members, mostly his mom, brother, and grandfather, were telling us that we should announce baby Arthur's name, and I told them Arthur was not going to be my son's name. My husband said we still needed to talk more about that, and he would find a way to talk me around. His mom chimed in with a remark about trusting them to name babies over my own parents, who sought to give me a trendy and boyish name, Riley. Ooh, Mama done effed up there. Oh, she's attacked your name. Holy shit. I told her she was being rude and she had no right to insult my parents. My husband told his mom that she was stepping over the line. She said she was calling it like she saw it. She also claimed my parents had an even bigger issue with middle names, which according to her showed that my parents only ever considered themselves and not me or my siblings. My husband told her to stop. Adrian Emily Smith subscribed for the first time, or no. Nope. Not for the first time. It doesn't show me the month number. It's not wide enough, but glad to still have you in the storm with us. But he brought it up again, and I told him I would not be pressured into a name we had both agreed multiple times on. We would not name our son. Then his family got involved again and told me I shouldn't want to deny my son the chance to hold the family name. They also told me it wasn't fair for me to unilaterally decide his name. I told them to mind their own effing business, and I did say effing because kids were around, and this was between my husband and me. They were shocked at how I spoke to them and told me I should have apologized and left. They still want their damn apology. Am I the astronaut? Okay, so the fact that you had an agreement on this in the first place, that he walked back, means that family pressure is involved. There's no way around that. And the fact that mom was there to chime in and, number one, attack your name, attack your parents for giving you your first name and middle names in general, shows that she doesn't respect you at all. She just wants an heir, right? They want an heir that has the same name so that they can keep the family engine going. And you had already decided and agreed upon that. What your husband probably isn't realizing here is that this was something that he agreed upon, which was like a condition of you guys being on the same page before getting married. You guys got into this when you were engaged, and it was a, hey, before we do this, I need to make sure we're on the same page about this. If we ever have kids, I'm not naming my effing child Arthur. That was pretty much the discussion, and you both agreed. Then you got married, then he walked it back. So, did he start your marriage on false pretenses? Is this marriage built on lies? That's the question that he has to answer now. It doesn't matter what his freaking mom wants. It does not matter at all. It matters what you guys want for your child. I do believe that one parent shouldn't decide the name of the child. I do believe that this should be a decision that's made by you two agreeing on something, but you had already agreed on something. And then mama got involved, started pulling the puppet strings, and he started dancing. He needs a wake-up call here. He needs some kind of a wake-up call to say, hey, look, bucko, you decided on this. Why are you letting your mom manipulate you now? And is this how it's going to be for the rest of her life? Anytime we have to make a decision, your mom's going to make it for you because that sucks. Also, that's not what we agreed to whenever I said yes to marrying you. So, did you just lie to me to get me to marry you? To provide you with an heir? Cool. I'll be leaving now. That was cool, but you should be going now. It's garbage. The question is, am I the astronaut for telling my in-laws to mind their effing business when they intervened in a disagreement between my husband and I about our unborn son's name? Hell no. It is none of their effing business. You called it like you saw it. Right, Ma? And her attacking your name and attacking your parents for giving you those names is the most childish bullshit I've ever heard. Your parents aren't involved in the conversation about giving your child a name. Why does she feel like they have a say? Because she wants to have a say? Trust us with the baby name. I would trust myself over your parents. Gave you a name like Riley. I didn't know if you were a girl or a boy. That's horseshit. I think that this is more common, though, when you have these legacy families who have names to pass down, who have wealth to pass down as well. That shit means a lot more to them then, but you guys had an agreement. Your husband is being the asshole in this scenario because he's allowing himself to be puppeteered by his effing mom. That's the big problem here. You are NTA. He went back on his word, and I'm going to go ahead and give him an ASCON 2 here. He might be one. This might be a one for allowing this to happen, and now it's stressful drama. You're pregnant. You don't need to be going through that shit right now. He's allowing it to happen, and if anything, stoking the fire. He's not helping it. He did tell his mom that she stepped over the line, but it didn't stop anything. She just kept going. Good job, dude. She really respects your boundaries. This could get messy. Gina subscribed for the first time. Welcome to the Flippin' Storm. I saw Ben McNally's name up here as well with us for month 4 on the storm. Heck yeah, man. My gracious neighbor. K Crush, thank you so much. Shannon, Michelle, Adrian, Emily Smith, Elizabeth, thank you guys so much for the gifts. They're greatly appreciate that. We're already to the halfway point of the hand hearts. Sparrow, we did the legacy name, but you picked the middle name, and son goes by his middle name. That's a compromise, but I would be all for that compromise if that was a decision that was made before. He's reneging on his decision. He's reneging on his word now. That's the big problem here. And allowing his mother to meddle with free range. Free reign? Open range? Did I just Candy Thunder a statement? Oh, it's contagious. Speaking of... Bypassing the Demon says you tried to listen to the podcast on Amazon UK, but at 25 minutes, it circled back to the beginning. Which podcast was this? Was this the one with Caden Thunder? I'll check into it. Candy Thunder and Ava Thunder have entered the building. Welcome back. And welcome.
Oh my God, it's Ava Thunder.
Such a teenager. Such a teenager. Yeah, thanks for the heads up on that. We'll check it out. Stephanie, we have separate subscription programs for TikTok and YouTube. YouTube includes some different things. We have a members only playlist over there. We're doing monthly-ish members only lives for that site as well, and we have an expanded Stories to Fall Asleep to playlist for YouTube members as well. So they are different things. Very different. Teenagers are great, I tell you. Totally. Mama Ranger, I 100% got the teenager eye roll. 100%. Jen, grandparents don't have the right to choose. Your dad is Daryl. One of my son named that. No. There you go. But he agreed ahead of time. That's the part that just pisses me off. He's like, oh, I'm an independent man. My mom doesn't control me. Yeah, we won't be naming our son Arthur. Gets married. Mom regains control. I think our son should be named Arthur. Is his mom's whole arm up his ass, just flapping his mouth at this point? If it is, and they filmed that process, it could get millions of views because that's apparently what it takes now. Every content creator on the planet right now is like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing with my life because somebody uses Nair on their butt and gets 40 million views or something. Surely you guys know about this. I had to go there. I had to go there because as a content creator, I'm like, what the hell are we doing? The boy will have his last name. That's good enough. There you go, Rachel. What? Morgan, yeah, look it up. Well, I mean, don't look it up. I've heard about it. I have not gone and watched it. Nothing there. Caden. Yeah, Caden Thunder saw it. He saw it. We're not going there. We definitely won't go there. Yeah. He's at least a 2. His meddling mama definitely lands on ASCON 1. And him for allowing that to happen is a 2, maybe a 1. She's NTA in this scenario. NTA. The grandma wants the Roman numerals. Oh, God. No. Sharon says I wouldn't even name my pet Arthur. It's such an old name now. I'm sure that there are specific scenarios where the name is perfect. And I'm sure there are a lot of people named Arthur who love their name. And yeah, I'm sure it's perfectly applicable for a lot of people, but they agreed that it wouldn't be. And then he walked it back. Not if he doesn't honor his word. Right. Daddy Tom. Arthur Jr. Yeah. All right, so we are at 68 of 80 of our hand hearts. I'm going to go ahead and bounce over to our next story, and we'll be knocking this out soon. I'm certain of it. Becky K, Golden Owl Supply Co, TLS, Laura, thank you guys so much for the gifts. Greatly appreciate that. Pam, Laura again with a whole bunch of those hand hearts. Thank you so much. Shannon, Laura with even more of them. Heck yeah, Candy Geyser, Pam K, Laura again, Shannon, Emily Nicole, K Crush, Gina, joining up with the fam. Glad to have you all. Thank you so much for being here today and for supporting us. This is a follower submission, and this story is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Being Upset by My Daughter-in-Law's Reaction to Asking About Rent Money? As a reminder, with follower submissions, OP, if you are in chat, you know what to say to claim your story here and let people know that you're here. Okay, here we go. I know that you love mother-in-law stories, so I thought I would share this latest interaction. I am the mother-in-law, 50. My son and his wife, both age 25, along with their kids, live with me. Kids are male age 7, here part-time, first grade, male age 5, here full-time, starting school, female age 3, here full-time. My son's wife is currently pregnant with number 4. This pregnancy is high risk due to mom having high blood pressure and the 3-year-old being born at 28 weeks. Oof. I am thrilled about being a nana again, and I was made to be a grandma. I also understand that she needs rest, so I can say nothing about the fact that my house is constantly a mess since we found out. I bought my house in 2020. I had talked with my son and daughter-in-law about moving in with me while I was looking for a house, and he had declined. I was making good money at the time, so began looking for a house to buy. I asked him repeatedly as I was looking if he was serious about living with me. They say no. At the time, they had a 2-bedroom apartment that was housing the 2 of them, the 2 oldest boys, along with my son's mother-in-law and her 2 other daughters, who were still in school. I respected their decision and began my house hunt. I found a 4-bed, 2.5 bath that suited me nicely. As it was the height of the market explosion, I was not really expecting to find a place, but my offer was accepted. I was ecstatic. I had just purchased my first home. After about 9 months, they asked to move in with me. I was happy to have them. We agreed that they would pay $500 per month to start, and after they had been here a couple of months, we would evaluate the change in utility cost and they could contribute to utilities. After a few months, they were struggling with the phone bill, so I added them to my plan. We upped the rent payment to $600 per month, which they paid at a rate of $150 every payday. That was great, but I was working in retail in a management position during COVID. By the end of 2021, I was burnt out. Due to the employment shortage, I was unable to continue and looked for other work. I got a new job, but because of the monkey, the kids were contributing. Monkey? Words are hard! I got a new job. You know what? I'm going to highlight this real quick because we have met our hand heart goal. I'm going to go ahead and give thanks on that, and then I'll jump back into this story real quick. What is this? Oh. And we're ranked. Okay. Tony Spark just alerted me to thank Elizabeth K.
Elizabeth, here, there's 2.
Elizabeth and Kay Schultz for gifting hand hearts. There are different hand hearts in the gift store apparently, and they didn't contribute to it, so they won't be on the list I'm going to read. But Elizabeth and Kay Schultz, thank you so much for gifting. We greatly appreciate that. And everyone else here, Laura Lee Moore, Josh Inagami, H. Lynn Cross, Michelle Heather, the Black Second, TLS Journey, T. Hef, Shan Special Needs, Jill's Realm, Hunter Girl, Tony Spark, Mava Loves, Golden Owl Supply, Piotr 777, Miles Griff, Becky Morby, Fane 86, Pam K, Tesh 179, Diana 5520, Little Angel, Heidi J, Lisi Lex, and Nakano Kirishima. Thank you so much for all the support. Also, again, Elizabeth and Kay Schultz, thank you guys so much for being a part of that too. Let me get our next one set up here right quick. And this one is going to unlock a cake story and a Caden Thunder appearance. So, let me find what I'm looking for here. Heyo, found it. Found it. We have a goal of 45 of the bigger birthday cakes that will unlock a cake story and a Caden Thunder appearance. We're rocking and rolling now, by golly. Thank you guys again. We greatly appreciate it. Okay, back to our follower submitted story and where we left off. I'm going to go ahead and start that paragraph over again. That was great, but I was working in retail in a management position during COVID. By the end of 2021, I was burnt out. Due to the employment shortage, I was unable to continue and looked for other work. I got a new job, but because of the money the kids were contributing, I took a lower pay than what I was making. It caused me to be living on a shoestring budget, but I was getting by. I had some car trouble and the hot water heater had to be replaced. These are things I did not have savings to cover. My son missed some work, but did delivery gigs to make up for the time, or he tried to. He missed a rent payment and said he would make it up the next week. When the next payday came around, I was expecting a certain amount. It was short. I calmly, and I do mean calmly, asked where the rest was, and my daughter-in-law got really mad and started yelling at me about school clothes and shoes needing to be purchased and that they did not have enough to cover everything. I did not ask for any more money. I only asked that they talk to me about issues. Don't just spring it on me. She sent me the rest of the money, yelled at me that her kids didn't really need shoes, and has refused to speak to me since. It's been 3 days. My son acts like nothing has happened, and she leaves the room and just gives... My son acts like nothing has happened, and she leaves the room and just gives me dirty looks if we happen to cross paths. I have tried to talk to her, but she just ignores me. I don't want to lose contact with my grandkids, and I know that if I don't find a way to fix this, that is what will happen. What do I do? Am I the astronaut in this situation? Fan Lady Country Swag says, Nana, get them out of your house now. Oh, mercy, this is why I just never got roommates. Why are they still having kids if they can't afford them? Fan Lady says. Candy Thunder, is this the story you were talking about earlier? The follower submission where the family is living with Nana? Yeah. She said the same thing. She's like... If you can't afford to have kids, like, try not to. Well, I know there are surprises. There are definitely surprises. Leah, I agree with you. They're taking advantage of her, and everybody throwing up NTA. It's a definite NTA here. Is OP here, by the way? Have we seen OP pop up in chat? Shannon, to not be appreciative and also to be entitled, get out. Agreed. Well, here's the kicker, though. This is all centered around his, girlfriend? Girlfriend, wife? The significant other, I'll call her. Nana's trying to talk to her too, but she ignores her. So this is a her problem. And I understand where you're at. You don't want to lose contact with your kids, but with your grandkids. But there's also a teachable moment here about boundaries. Right. And if you establish these boundaries now, and it sounds like you've been a little soft about how you approach that. If you're trying to establish firm boundaries here, you're going to have to do that firmly and say, look, I understand stuff happens and I'm in the same boat. Because of that, if you aren't going to be able to pay your rent on time, I need to know X days in advance. And I also need to know that there's a plan attached to it about when you will make that up, because I have to pay bills too. And when you screw me like that, you're affecting my credit. You're affecting all kinds of things. We need electricity. We need to be able to stay in this house. And that can only happen if you guys are paying your fair share, because I cannot afford to front those things for you anymore. There was a time when I was more comfortable and I had more cushion. That time is gone. We are all shoestring right now. And respect me enough to communicate with me ahead of time instead of surprising me with problems. I need at least X days in advance. And I need you to agree to that to continue staying here. I also need you to respect me enough to not be giving me dirty looks and to not be refusing to talk to me. I'm doing you a favor by letting you stay here. Do you agree to this in order to keep staying here? Those firm boundaries, if you can establish them and stick to them, might be able to make this work. She's a problem causer. We can see this already. She's a shit stirrer, and she will keep doing it. But right now, you've been probably too nice. And there's gonna have to be some hard loving here. There's gonna have to be some firm boundaries instituted. And even if you do end up asking them to leave, I highly recommend establishing those boundaries now, because if you don't, even if they don't live with you, she particularly is going to try to walk all over you still and is not going to respect you. You can't make her respect you. Thank you, Adrian. Appreciate that. Danielle, yeah, I saw Caden Thunder responded to that too. Because our girls cheer on Monday nights, we have 2 football games in 2 different towns every Monday night. We moved the Monday night lives to Sunday night temporarily, at least for this part of the school year. They're going to run over her, not walk. Yeah, I mean, she's got to enforce some boundaries. Absolutely has to. She's not the asshole. And again, title here is, Am I the Astronaut for being upset by my daughter-in-law's reaction to asking about rent money? That is asking if you're the asshole for feeling something. You cannot be an asshole for feeling something. You can for doing the wrong thing with those feelings. But again, for feeling something, no, absolutely not. I highly recommend instituting some firm boundaries here. Mercy, yeah, we just have to be very, very strategic about how we approach it all. Wasey, you can submit an AITA story to us either at dusty-thunder.com or by going to the Dusty Thunder subreddit. If you post it on that subreddit, you'll get quicker feedback. So that may be an easier way to go if you want quicker feedback. Fan Lady Country Swag, make them sign a contract since they pay rent. Good.
I forgot there's confetti on that spicy story gold. So.
He's making up for the confetti for the spicy story goals. Like, this is random. Nothing's happened. What we are, we're over the halfway point, or we're right. Yeah, just one over the halfway point for our cake goal right now, which gets a cake story and Caden Thunder up here. Also, when you ran up and grabbed that confetti cannon, I swear it felt like it was pointed right here. I was like, oh, here we go. How'd he go? Well, it was actually during a live stream. It was a ball of confetti that didn't disperse correctly and just came out like a cannonball. Candy Thunder's not entertained. What did you say? What did you say? You said something about getting rich. That's all I heard. You go. She says if I go, she's rich. And you'll have proof. I mean, Tony may go to prison for the rest of his life, but you get your prison tattoo, your tear. They'll be like, oh man, how'd you do it? And we're like, well, there's this confetti cannon. It just malfunctioned. Safety glasses beer today. There you go. Here, I'll get my safety glasses on. Oh, they're not safety. They're my screen glasses. Put these on for the next time. Nah, not prison. Lawsuit malfunction. There you go. You could be rich, Candy Thunder. Just get the company name of the confetti cannon. Okay. Funny people. Mama Ranger said she'd bail Tony out. You got some support here. Safety astronaut helmet. There you go. There you go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bounce over to our next story. In the meantime, we're at almost 30 of 45 of our cake stories here. We're at 492 of 550. And let me enlarge this so I can see where we're at on our likes goal. We're at 55% of our likes goal, a little over the halfway point of the live today. So we're pacing pretty well. Lydia, we divide and conquer. We have to. And there are, because we're on an alternating schedule anyway, with kiddos, my two middle ones were on an alternating schedule with Ava Thunder's with us pretty much all the time. So hers we have covered all the time. Caden Thunder's, which is in another town, we alternate with. And then Navy Thunder will be alternating which one she goes to as well, so she'll get to see different games at different stadiums. And we've already through our experiment know that one of the stadiums has a really beneficial setting for the time of day where the sun does not scorch your brain and your cornea, and one of the other school is not ideal. It's the exact opposite. It will absolutely destroy your eyeballs with the sun, which Navy Thunder was not a big fan of. Yeah, there is playroom area there too. So maybe Melanie, maybe Ted would be the one in jail instead of Tony. There you go. Oh man. Let me make sure. Do what? Oh, okay. Yeah, we met that goal. So we've got. I'm so sorry. I was lost for a second. We are at the point where Tony Spark gets to read a story. And Candy Thunder is going to help get feedback. Before we get to that, make sure you check out dusty-thunder.com for all the latest swag. The DFHB swag is up there. There's some really cool stuff. Heard there was a problem with hats that we're getting in touch with the Spreadshop folks right now to get figured out. But we will be doing a VIP live today. So if you haven't become a member of the Storm yet, today is a great day to do it. It will be after the public live. We'll be going VIP. And we will have the Wheel of Thunder going there as well. So, and we just hit the cake goal. Let me give some thanks for that real quick. And then we'll bring Candy and Tony up here. We have Candy Geyser, H. Lynn Cross, Keith Yobin. We've got Josh Enagami, TLS Journey, Pirate Pups, Shan, Special Needs. We got Michelle Heather, Miles Griff, Pam K, Diana, T. Hef, Jennifer Lynn, and Vita's Living Loca. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to get the next one set up here. That unlocked a cake story and a Caden appearance. So, oh boy. You better prepare yourself for insane levels of excitement whenever Caden Thunder gets up here. Candy Thunder's trying to hurry me. I'm trying to get the next goal set up here, Candy Thunder. She wants her 15 minutes of fame here, right? I don't even think that's the saying. I think it's 15 seconds of fame, isn't it? I'm just screwing it up. I'm 100%. I've got Candy Thunderisms now where I'm just taking half of a statement and mashing it together with another one. Okay, this one will unlock the Astronaut helmet and confetti. And it is 80 of the confettis that are in the store that are the 100 coins. So 80 of those we have to unlock the Astronaut helmet and confetti cannon. I'll put these on next time when confetti is imminent. Protect my eyeballs. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have the one, the only Tony Spark, and we'll have Candy Thunder up for feedback on this one. So heck yeah, there you go, buddy. Lightning bolts for Tony Spark.
Jeez.
Oh my God, Tony Spark!
This guy doesn't stop talking. You'd think it's like the Dusty Thunder show or something. Like he couldn't get this guy off the screen. Jeez. Just kidding. Hey, how's everybody doing? Oh, there's so many. It's going so fast. Hey, Golden Owl Supply Co. Did you show that off already?
I have not. I was looking for it in the notes, but
Well, he's gonna show that off here at some point. But it was really cool what you guys sent. Oh, it's Tony today, not Ted. Sorry. Unfortunately, Monday through, well, mostly Friday, I have to be Tony. Oh, Lord. Okay. I'm going to read a story. And in natural Tony and Candy fashion, the story we're reading, Dusty, is not in order. It's one that we are going out of order and picking one because, you know how we roll. Where's it at? Gotta find which one it is. There it is. Unicorn. No, I'm a Taurus, actually. May 1st. Dusty has my phone, so I'm looking to see what's going to come through on here.
I want you to make the puke noise.
Let's not get carried away. Tegan, yes, we do get a bunch of... It kind of goes in, like, waves. Like, sometimes, like, a day we'll get 4 or 5 or 6. Some days we'll get none. But, you know, we usually get quite a few in a week. Which Caden Thunder has kind of taken that over. Caden Thunder has kind of worked on the follower submissions the last couple weeks. So he's done good picking the stories for last week and this week. So, and if you don't like them, you can take it up with Caden now and not me. So I'm so much... Okay. Yeah, Tony Spark, I agree with you. I'm so much better than Dusty. I should be the host of this show. Wow, that's very considerate of you, Tony Spark, to write that while Dusty Thunder has my phone. Okay. All right. I'm going to read this story now. I don't know why I made this a goal, though, Candy. Why I made a goal for you and me to be on here, because it's a lot. You do want the 15 seconds. Yeah. Gemma, it was good. My dad was here for like 10 days, so that was really cool. So, okay. The title of this story is, Am I the Astronaut for Threatening to Destroy My Boyfriend's Sandcastle if he continues to go to the beach without me? I, 27 female, live close to the beach and regularly go swimming. My boyfriend, 21 male, recently moved into my place and we've been consistently going together. As I'm busy working full time, it is a great way for us to spend and enjoy time together. So here's the thing. My boyfriend is a very good looking guy, 6'4", amazing bone structure, athletic, but he's oblivious to this. As a result, I have to constantly witness him getting hit on by women and intervene. I've raised this concern once, but he always thinks the women are just being nice. This is especially annoying at the beach when I see women blatantly checking him out and making excuses to talk to him. I've gotten into multiple fights over the last 2 weeks alone with girls who got way too comfortable just because I wasn't nearby. They normally approach him when he's building that silly little sandcastle he's been working on, and I'm in the distance reading a book. They never do this shit when I'm right beside him. Anyway, a few days ago, there was a beach party, and I was mainly hanging out with my girlfriends. Well, I overheard some women talking to my boyfriend and telling him that he had great hair. I listened to how he'd respond, and he said, thank you, WTF. I walked over, grabbed his hand, and told the woman that she was being inappropriate. She apologized and claimed that she only meant to give a compliment. Yeah, right. B. I don't know. Bitch. Can I say bitch on here? Sure. That's what we're saying. I gave her a gentle shove, which made her angry, and she started being rude to me. My boyfriend managed to de-escalate the situation, but I was so heated. When we got home afterward, I told him that he would no longer hit the beach without me. He said that he has a lot more flexibility/availability. He's not doing much right now apart from a part-time job, and that it's not fair to him to wait for my availability. I explained to him that he's so oblivious to women to the point that it embarrasses me. Once again, he thought the woman who spoke to him earlier was simply being nice. He's so immature that I had to explain she's not being nice, dude. She's literally dying to get with you. I don't know what's going on back here. After a long fight, he finally agreed that he wouldn't go without me or without me/my knowledge anymore. I know that it's a bit harsh, but I'm thinking how... Wait a minute. Oh, I skipped the part. Words are hard. I skipped the part. I got too far ahead. Okay. He's so immature that I had to explain she's not being nice, dude. She's literally dying to get with you. I told him that if he continued to go without me, or at the very least my knowledge, I'd destroy the sandcastle he's been building. For the record, I've helped him here and there too, but it's... Your laughing is not helping. For the record, I've helped him here and there too, but it's something he mainly did alone. After a long fight, he finally agreed and said he wouldn't go without me/my knowledge anymore. I know it's a bit harsh, but I'm thinking How sometimes rules need to be set in relationships to keep it healthy. If some guy blatantly hit on me in front of him, he'd be annoyed. He'd be annoyed too and wouldn't like me hanging out at the beach alone. Am I the asshole? Oh, she's going to mess up his sandcastle.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What do you guys think?
Tony Spark for feedback. Caden Thunder.
Wow, that was quite the intro.
Yeah.
That was. I'm trying to. Let's see what the comments are saying. Run, buddy, run. She's a child. She shoved the other girl because he complimented his hair. That's not healthy. I don't know. These are all. There's a lot of ask on ones in here, actually. Okay, what do you think, Candy? What's your take on this story?
I'm like halfway on, halfway off. I think she's completely insecure, and if you can't trust your boyfriend to talk to another woman without having to get up and shove her, then you shouldn't be in a relationship. She's 100% the asshole. And also I like building sandcastles, and I'm 37. So,
which I understand. Like, if you want to build a sandcastle, that's cool to build a sandcastle. But I feel like this dude takes a sandcastle.
Maybe he's in a competition for building
like
sandcastles.
21 years old. I mean, I think he's also just maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Gently,
we were having
shoved.
this debate before of whether or not like he knows. Like, she says that he doesn't know how good looking he is. He doesn't know that they're hitting on him. And we're like, I don't. Or maybe is that what he says to her because he knows that she's insecure about it?
They both kind of seem a little bit immature. But for her to say he's immature because he doesn't understand that people are hitting on him, if someone says you have nice hair, that doesn't mean that they're automatically want to sleep with you or whatever she thinks. Then that you should not go up to somebody and push them, gently shove, because they said that. That's just.
It does sound kind of.
She's a walking red. Yeah, she's a walking red flag, and he should not be with her. I mean, if someone said Dusty had nice hair, I'd be like, yeah, he does. It's great.
And I think that's the thing. Like, he's 21 and she's 27.
Wait, what? I did not read that part. She's 27.
She's 27, so it is kind of an.
No, total. Ask on one.
Okay.
grow the F up, girl. Come on.
Okay. Well, that's the thing. Like, she's 20. That's a pretty big, like, in life.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
On.
Like, he's. I mean, that's
no. I'm.
Yeah, you didn't know.
I didn't see the age. No, I skimmed it, but I didn't see the age. I didn't hear that part of it. But holy crap, lady! Come on,
lady.
She's a lady.
She's a lady, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Excuse me, Mrs. Grow up.
So OP is what you're going with.
Ask on one.
Ask on one.
You are too old for that shit.
Too old.
If you think she's 27 dating a 21-year-old and she's shoving girls at parties.
And she's messing up the sandcastle.
Get your shit together. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Drop an F-bomb, yes. Because, I mean, that's just, well.
How do you really feel about it?
If the sexes were reversed, it would still feel very wrong. Yeah. A 27-year-old guy acting like that with a 21-year-old girl would be just as gross. Yeah, it's not cool.
Yeah. Insecure.
If they were 40, I feel like you get that when you age, but by 27, I mean, you shouldn't look as someone complimenting someone else if they automatically want to sleep with them. Like, that's just.
And yeah, I couldn't decide if he really is oblivious that he knows and he's just like.
Maybe he does, and all he said was thank you. Like, that's an appropriate response.
A lot of jealousy and insecurity for sure.
Yeah. Yes, 100%. I agree.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
I'm gonna tilt back up here.
We're doing
There's your 15 seconds.
My 15 seconds.
Your 15 seconds are up. I guess we'll let this other guy talk now.
I just made this. I think this is something bad now.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
What?
I don't know what that
What did you just do?
She did the bummer.
Oh.
It means okay.
Oh. That is not what that means.
Oh my god. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. He's a big fan. Big fan. Okay, so the plan moving forward here is we're going to read the cake story that you guys unlocked, and I'll have Caden Thunder come up and give his thoughts after reading that cake story. Yeah, that was hilarious. That was great. Also, gentle shove is like the most I'm trying to minimize my actions statement I have ever heard. I gave her a gentle shove, right? Yeah, more beans. There you go. Ranked 61. Thanks, Piotr, for the update there. You guys are awesome. Pirate Pups and Kay are running hard at that confetti right now. You guys are going off on it. Hey, before we dive into this cake story, I do have to show you this. Golden House Supply Company sent me this, and it is baller. Check this thing out, dude. This is a front pocket wallet in our brand colors. You can kind of see it. Yeah, if I turn it, it is stamped with the Dusty Thunder logo, and it is like the teal and the pink. It's got the slots on both sides here, and the middle thing. Golden Owl Supply Co. has all kinds of really sexy leather handcrafted stuff that I highly suggest you go check out, because I was drilling over that store before this ever got sent to me, and this is just confirmation that this is high quality craftsmanship. This is craftsmanship. So, yeah, go check it out. It's cool. I love this thing. I am in love with it. Thank you so much for that, by the way. It is the coolest thing. Okay, we're going to dive into this cake story, and then we'll have Caden Thunder come up and chat with us too. Cake story number 2, right, Tony Spark? All right. We're rocking on that. We're about to hit the confetti goal here, so let's get through this. This cake reward story is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Making My Roommate a Special Cake Without Warning Her? Or? Words are hard. Am I the astronaut for making my roommate a special cake without warning her? I, 24 female, recently met my now ex-boyfriend, 23 male, let's call him Dante, a few months ago. It was nothing serious, but I did like him a lot and was hoping it would become something more serious. Well, that's derailed now. A couple of weeks ago, my roommate, 23 female, let's call her Tay, decided she liked my boyfriend. Tay is usually pretty nice, but she's one of these people who usually gets what they want. We met during college and decided to get an apartment together. I'm now graduated. She's a senior. I had decided to have a get-together with some friends and Dante. Tay drank a little too much that night and kept flirting with Dante. Should have done this a second ago. We'll do it now. I grew increasingly annoyed throughout the night, asking her to stop multiple times until I caught them kissing in the bathroom. I was so mad I saw red. I asked Dante to leave in a much less nice way and refused to speak to Tay for a few days. This past week, we began talking more, and she's convinced it's water under the bridge. She holds no accountability whatsoever. She said she was just drunk and whatever things she does are not her fault. So I thought of a little something to get back at her. Her birthday was coming, and I decided to bake her a cake. For some context, Tay and I both like to take edibles to relax, and we're no stranger to them, especially when we were both at university. But we haven't taken as much in the past few months. So I Googled a recipe and found something called a space cake. Basically, I wanted to make Tay a giant edible. Nice present, yes, but I was going to get back at her by giving her a slice without warning her. This whole thing came out in one clump like it was a pair of panties dropped on my freaking cup. Candy Thunder's vocal cords were invaded by ghosts. Space cake, I think that's like the giant cosmic brownie kind of looking cake, right? You hear Candy Thunder when I said cosmic brownie? Ooh. All you gotta do is say the word.
I don't know what
This is freaking great. Nice present, yes, but I was going to get back at her by giving her a slice without warning her. According to a lot of the comments I saw in these recipes, the cakes are usually pretty strong. So I spent the day whipping up the cake to the best of my ability and then put it in the fridge when I was done. It definitely wasn't the prettiest cake, just a brown rectangle in a pan. It's not like it needed to be pretty. So anyways, I'll stop dragging on and get to the part where I may have messed up. When Tay got home that night, she said she'd had a super long day and wasn't feeling very well. I offered her some of the cake that I had made for her, and she said it was super sweet and thought maybe she'd have some the next day. Oh well, I thought I'd get her tomorrow night then. Wrong. I began to get a string of texts from Tay the next day while I was at work and she was at school. At first, I got a long text apologizing for her kissing Dante. She said that she had really liked him, but it was an awful thing to do, and she couldn't thank me enough for forgiving her and making her the cake. Uh-oh. Then I started to get things like, what did you do? And basically, she ate a piece of the cake for breakfast. I had somehow not considered the fact that she could eat cake for breakfast. I took a half a day at work and drove to pick her up. She was throwing up and couldn't really drive. Turns out she ate a pretty big piece of that cake. She was upset and asked why I didn't tell her, and I told her I was going to give it to her as revenge for making out with Dante. She said I was insane and is now looking to move out. I know I probably should have thought it through more, but I didn't expect her to eat a slice before going to school. And on the off chance that she did, I didn't expect it to be so strong. Am I the astronaut for making my roommate a special cake without warning her? Okay, so we've covered some stuff like this before, and I think I know where chat's sentiment lie, but I want to get Caden Thunder up here to give some insight, or not insight, like you have experience with special cakes or anything, but based off of the podcast, some people did ask if you were high during the podcast. No, that's just the way he is. But what? We'll see what you think here. Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Thunder. Go ahead and hop up there, man. I'll let you roll with it. Hello. Here, sorry. Let me move that down a bit. I'll point camera down a bit for you too.
All right, what's chat thinking before I give my
Chat's
thoughts?
thinking beans.
Wakey takes on a new meaning. Yeah. So, I think that while it was pretty funny, and it could have been funny, it was also what OP did was kind of stupid and dangerous. And if she had tried driving or something, or like maybe she, she wasn't having a good time, she like started freaking out in class or something, it could have messed up a lot of things. So I don't think the ends justify the means, but you don't just drug people without their knowledge, Maddie says. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Beans would have been a better choice than the cake. You give her some edible beans? That would be crazy. Yeah, pretty sure that could be a felony. Yeah, I think drugging someone probably wasn't the best revenge for her kissing out with, or making out with your boyfriend, not kissing out with your boyfriend. Yeah, I think it's an AskCon 1. What do you think? You know what? I'm doing AskCon 1.
Going for it, huh?
I'm going for it because
He's going for it.
I think the drugging someone kind of takes the cake here.
Yeah, I would agree here too. And the stories that we've heard that were kind of like this before were a similar determination. Like if you had somebody, you can't do this without someone's consent. There's too much risk involved. There was another one that was like an X-Lax cake, and it's the same kind of thing. If somebody, you don't know if somebody's going to have a medical reaction to this. You don't know if they're going to go try to operate a vehicle or machinery. And I mean, hell, what if they were supposed to babysit or something that day? There are too many risks involved. There are too many unknowns, and you put yourself in a liable seat whenever you do that to someone else. Like this could have been really, really bad. And also, looking at the scales of justice here, someone kissing your boyfriend and potentially ending their life are not equal, right? Yeah. It's not. That was not an applicable response. It was not to like up and equal to kind of thing. It's, yes, she's a shitty roommate and she's entitled and she gets whatever she wants and she's going to act like that forever, but it's not worth risking all of the calamity that could ensue from drugging her. And it doesn't matter what you drugged her with. You drugged her. And apparently she had enough to get vomiting violently ill. So like, you were walking the line there. It could have been really, really bad. Yeah. So I think ASCON 1 is applicable there. You know, revenge is one thing, but my gosh.
It's A1, son.
A1. A1, yeah, she got the A1 sauce there. We did hit our confetti goal, so let's read those real quick. Do you want to read, Caden, you want to read the thanks list over here?
I sure will try.
I sure will try. Here, let me bring it over here so it's at least a little bit easier to see. And there we go. Caden is going to do our thanks, and then we're going to set up the new one here. And it was confetti, and what did we unlock with this one, Tony?
I believe you gotta wear a helmet.
Oh, the Astronaut helmet. Okay. All right, here we go.
Just those 17.
Yep. Down the list there.
All right.
Go for it, man.
All right, we have K. Siaban, Bengal Joy 60, Pirate Pups, TLS Journey, Miles Griff, Michelle Heather 78, Kenny 20, Candy Geyser, Helene Cross, Cat Power 10, Coldeth Curtain, T Hef 90, Mama Silver, Crazy Kershaw, Diana 5520, Sweet Shelly 79, and Annette Madron.
Thank you guys so much. We greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate that. We're going to set up our new goal here real quick. Let me drag this back over so I can do that and see my other screen. And ladies and gentlemen, let's thank Caden Thunder for jumping in today. Nice work, sir.
Thanks.
Nice work. We're going to clip out that giggle you had too. We'll clip that out. There's going to be a TikTok sound here soon. Nice work. Beans in the Pillow. You guys got to watch that podcast if you haven't seen it already. There's some gold nuggets in there. Faux show. Okay, the next one that we're going to set up here is, I get to put the helmet on. This next goal will get us a cake story and confetti. Another cake story. Cake story and confetti. We are doing, okay. This. Hang tight with me for just a second. I'll get this thing set up and we will read our next story. Okay, we have 400 donuts to get us to the next cake story and confetti, and we're at 74% of our likes goal right now. Please help us by continuing to like that, and also if you have not joined our team yet, you can hit the heart at the top left that's near the Dusty Thunder name, or you can send a heart me, which is 1 coin, and that will allow you to join our team as well. We're trying to really make a big run at getting our team built up, so we greatly appreciate that. Chelsea, Kristen Katzo, Kristen again, Lisa Sparks, Piotr, Lydia, Honeybear, Stephanie, Rescue Ninja, Gibby66, Melissa, Meme, Cat Power, Elizabeth again. Thank you guys so much for all the love here. Greatly appreciate that. TLS, Coldreth, Pirate Pups. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Caden's nickname is now Beans Chunky Chick. There you go. You're Beans Thunder. I was unaware that they had a beans emoji, but I actually use it when I had to clap back at someone today in a comment, which was the reply about anyway, we'll not draw attention to it. But I used the beans emoji for the first time today. I'm pretty proud of myself. Yeah, pretty proud. Okay, let's jump over to our story now. It is the astronaut helmet, but not a specific story, right?
You can just put it under feedback if you want to after this story. Let's do that.
Okay, put it on for feedback after the story? Okay. Gotcha. All right, I'll put it on for feedback. Okay, our next story here is this one. Am I the astronaut for throwing my sister and her children out in front of all the guests? My female 32 older sister, female 47, has always been a little mean-spirited, but everyone in my family has appeased her due to our parents, especially our mother. No matter what she has done, our mother will make excuses for her. Yesterday, she took it to another level. She recently separated because of her shenanigans, and my mother pressured me to allow her and her children, 3 female, 5 male, 8 male, 11 female, 13 male. It's 5 kids. That's a lot. We have 5 kids. It's a lot of kids. To stay with me as my other siblings, female 25, 30 male, 37 female, male 43, wouldn't take her in. They all made excuses that they have family and I don't have a partner, so it makes sense that I put up with her. I agreed, but told her that no matter what happened in the past, I wouldn't put up with her behavior anymore. This is my newly bought house, and I expected them all to behave and follow house rules. No sneaking around and going through cupboards, no taking food which is labeled, I meal prep for work, no reading diaries. She has done this on several occasions when we lived together as children and when we house shared, or going on my devices without prior permission. A laptop is available for guest use. No borrowing my clothes. She had stayed with me for a month and managed to break all of the rules. When confronted, her go-to answer is, so what? It's only a diary, just some food. You can make more, and so on. Her children have also broken a few of my things. Every time my mother has convinced me to make her stay due to her situation and that the children are just children. Yesterday, I had a work party at my place, and I am a private person, so I don't discuss my private life with anyone. It's usually hi and bye for me. My team leader convinced me to have the party at my place in return for reimbursement. Strike one was her coming down before the party and wearing the dress I had chosen for the party, but due to her being a size 12, she ripped it in the sides as I am a size 8. Ooh. I'm sure she knew what she was doing when she did this as well. I didn't want to ruin the party, so told her to quit her BS and put on a different dress. She mingled with my guests and told several embarrassing stories, quite a few made up ones too. I tried to keep my cool. Her youngest was also at the party despite our agreement that she had to put her to bed early. She puked on one of the managers who took it in stride and said she was only a baby, these things happen. At the meal, my sister called for attention by tapping her champagne glass. This is when shit hit the fan. She started reading out loud from my diary. Pages with things I haven't shared with my closest friends, never mind coworkers. She got about half a page down before I grabbed her and took her to the door and threw her out. I also grabbed her children and chucked them out. Well, like chucked, like, okay. Then I went upstairs and grabbed what I could of hers and threw it out the second floor window. There was no going back from that, and my guests made their excuses to leave. This morning, my mother left me some choice words on my answering phone, and my older brother is angry as he has to put up with her until they can convince me to take her back as my mother said. My sister left me 10 plus messages on how disrespectful I was. I have taken the week off work, but can't see how I can return ever again. Am I the asshole for not being patient with her during her grieving moment in life? Hell no. What? No. Like every rule that you had here, okay, hang on. I got to put my helmet on for feedback. I forgot. Hold on. This is going to sound much stronger coming from a genuine astronaut.
Straight from the Smithsonian.
It's got some confetti on it here. Excuse me, ma'am, as an explorer of the Ascon universe, I can confirm that you are not the asshole, but that your sister is definitely an Ascon one, probably worse, but she's somehow the golden child, even though she's a complete F-up in life and has no respect for anyone whatsoever. Houston, we have a problem. We have a big problem here. This person has no respect for you at all. It intentionally broke all of your rules, read from your diary at your work party specifically to embarrass you to the point where you can't even go back to work now. What the hell did she expect? And I'd say, like, I feel bad for the kids here. I feel really bad. It's not their fault they have a batshit crazy mom, right? And my gut reaction is don't throw them out too, but they're connected. Like, you cannot keep them from her and you have to get rid of her, so it's a package deal. She made that decision for them. You told her what the rules were. You said, these are the rules if you want to stay here. She ignored them, thereby making the decision to get her and her kids thrown out. Because of that, I'll be taking her on the shuttle all the way up to Ascon 1 here. But you ma'am, are not the asshole. I feel bad for you. I'm sorry. And yeah, it'd be tough to go back to work there. I get it. There'd probably be a lot of respect for you if you did, though. If you showed back up and took your licks and were like, what are you going to do? I have a batshit crazy sister. People would be like, you're stronger than I am. Jewelry says, OMG, she took action. Good action. I just would have done it sooner. Having her there during the work party was a huge risk. And I would have been like, I have to ship her off during this work party because there's just too much risk involved at all. What is just get Southern? I wasn't trying to get Southern. It just happened. My astronaut was just he was a little more serious. You know what I mean? The diary threw you over the edge, Shannon. She was already the asshole, but that was nasty. Agreed. That was intentionally embarrassing. No respect given at all. None. Yeah, never take her back. Never, ever, 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 ever take her back. Southern Astro Dusty. There you go. It's like you know, one of Ken's 800 outfits. This is my Southern Astro Dusty outfit. The entire family, Lisa, agreed. The family, well, I mean, shit. But now OP is just like the rest of the family who refuses to deal with her. And this is why. It's because of who she is. The mom trying to convince people to take her is an ASCON one for trying to convince people to take her in when she's not willing to. F that. The other siblings are just in the same boat that OP is, where they're like, hell no. Hell no. We are not dealing with her bullshit. It's ridiculous. You cannot cater to people who have no respect for you. You can't. You just can't. Calculated disrespect, Rez. There you go. 100%. No contact with the golden child and mother. Agreed. Yeah, because mom is willing to put everyone through hell except herself to just put up with it. Why isn't mommy taking her? I don't know. That's a good question. I didn't see if there was a specific reason why the mom did not take her in. Let's go back and look here real quick. But yeah, I don't think so. Hey, we're at 80 of 400 on our donuts right now. We're at 83% on our likes goal today. You guys are rocking out. Melanie, and the brother is mad at her too for not taking them back. Oh, I'm sure that's a shuffle game. It's like, no shit, it's hot potato. It's like, you take her, you take her, you take her. No, hell no. Let's see. Why can't mom take her in? Recently separated because of the shenanigans, blah, blah, blah. They all made excuses that they have family and I don't have a partner. So it makes sense that I put up with her. She recently separated and my mother pressured me to allow her and her children to stay with me. There's nothing in here about why mom can't take her in. So she's just trying to get someone else to deal with her bullshit too. Nobody wants to deal with their bullshit. I feel so bad for these kids because they're going to end up on the street. Or, I mean, there's got to be, maybe they end up in some kind of program, but the kids, this crazy bee of a mom is choosing to punish by putting them in awkward situations and giving them no stability whatsoever. None. Yeah, Beer today, she was expected to take her because she had an easier life because she didn't have a family because she was single. So that does make her siblings bullshit assholes, but they're all just trying to play hot potato with her and not take her in. And now OP's right there with him and says, no, just did. Sorry. Pay attention, Tony Spark. I've got I've got the two chatty Cathys back here at the back of the class.
We're working on trying to keep Dusty Thunder contests. Also, we're ranked number 53.
Ranked number 53. Heck yeah. Grandma Izzy says, yeah, ultimately it's those poor innocent kids who will suffer the most. Yeah, and that they didn't choose to have the mom they chose. Candy Thunder and I had this conversation the other day, and I can't remember what started the oh yeah it was about the gal you saw sitting on the bench with the kids holding a baby blowing smoke like in her face. It's like, as a kid, it's just crazy that, you know, it's like a lottery. It's just like you get the family that you get the opportunities that you get. It's like it's a lottery, and I feel so bad for all these kids that are in shitty situations that just ended up there. Like, they didn't do anything to choose that life. It was chosen for them, and that sucks. They get the short end of the straw, and there's obviously nothing you can do to save all of them. But it just breaks my heart to see kids put in that kind of position. Eve Tosh says it's reactive abuse. Do something to belittle the person, then play the victim when they react. Oh yeah, the whole smacking kids with eggs thing. Yeah, that's been a conversation here too. Okay, we're going to bounce to the next story here. Where are we at here?
Getting distracted.
It's okay. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't supposed to bounce to another cake story or something. Okay. We're working on a cake story right now. We're at 117 of 400 on those donuts to unlock the next cake story, but I have another story for you here. OP's boss is asked on one. What did the boss do?
Talking her into having the party, maybe.
Oh, for talking her into having the party? I don't know. I don't think the boss knew. The boss didn't know the scenario.
They had said that like she had recently gotten a raise or something. So the boss said because she got the raise, she had to have the party.
Oh, okay. So the boss said that because she had recently gotten a raise, she had to have the party at her house, which I'm pretty sure is illegal. Like, yeah, I don't think he can force that at all. But yeah, he's inching himself further and further into Ascon territory there. Okay. Our next story is titled, Am I Wrong for Being Upset My Parents Are Choosing to Pay My Dog's Surgeries Over My Plastic Surgery? Well, okay. I, 18 female, have disliked the way I've looked for a while. I confided with my mother for the past 4 years how I felt, the lack of confidence, the uncomfortableness of social events, etc. I just wanted to feel my best self before college and start anew. So my mother agreed to let me get a rhinoplasty. She called the office, and when the woman on the phone offered the next available date, a couple of weeks before classes, she immediately accepted. For a reference, we agreed that I would pay for half and it would cost around $7,000. Now I have 3 dogs. 2 of them are 12-year-old Goldens who have had health problems in the past. One of them already had a tumor removal surgery, and they got regular vet visits. This week we found out one has nose cancer and the other needs their gallbladder removed. This entails surgeries and treatments that cost way more than mine. Today, the day of my pre-op consultation, my mother dropped the bomb that I can't have it done. She said it's mainly because of my dog's medical expenses. I love my dogs, but I can't help but feel bitter. I didn't even want dogs. My parents just got them for company, to cuddle, all that. Meanwhile, something that would significantly improve my confidence and mental health is thrown away for them. After she apologized, I curtly said it was fine, but she can tell I'm still deeply hurt. Am I wrong for feeling this way? Okay, remember we say you can't be an asshole for feeling something. So let's see what she does with it. There are some edits here, so let's see what she does with it. Edit: I've read most of the comments, but I want to clarify something. These procedures are not life-saving. My dogs are old, very old. Extensive chemotherapy or cutting my damn dog nose off will put them in more pain and suffering. It will not cure anything. Edit 2: I'm not asking them to not pay for my dog's care. I wouldn't do that. Looking at my post, it reads like I'm blaming my dogs or asking them to not pay for their surgery. That is not what I meant. That's my bad. Out of anger, I made those comments. I understand this is the natural course of action my parents must take, but I'm still upset for myself. Not asking for anything to change, just sitting in my pain. Call that selfish. Okay. But you guys are acting like I can't be upset at 2 things at once. Like my years of insecurity will just go away. Okay, so she didn't take any action on it, and she actually clarified in the edit here that she didn't want anything to change. She feels upset and just wants to know if she's wrong for feeling upset. And again, you can't be an asshole for feeling something. It's what you choose to do with that feeling that can determine if you are or aren't. Morgan, I agree. She sounds awfully entitled, but at least she had the self-awareness to say, I'm sitting in this. I'm just experiencing this. I just want to know if you guys feel like this feeling is justified, or if it's ridiculous. And yeah, I'm no expert on psychology or plastic surgery, but it feels like this isn't going to fix everything like she thinks it's going to. Or OT Bird with us for month 2 in the storm. Glad to still have you with us. It's not going to fix it. I don't think it's going to be the magic wand that she thinks it's going to. And she's immediately going to have more self-esteem. And I don't know. What do you guys think here? She could feel her feels, the effulgent one, yes. Beer today, provided the feeling doesn't go to resentment. Sure, well, and even then, it's like, feeling it is one thing, acting on it is another. What the Grey Rock is cooking, also payment plans do exist. Yeah, I think if anything here, if they can't help pitch in their 50% now, she has to make the choice on if she wants to pay for 100% of it. And if that's the case, then yeah, I'm sure there's a payment plan she could proceed with. But yeah, they have to do what they have to do. Honey Bear says plastic surgery will not fix her issues. Been there many times. That's what I'm thinking. It's like if you've got, she said, like my years of insecurity will just go away. Well, flip that same statement toward if you have plastic surgery, do you think your years of insecurity will just go away? It's an aesthetic surgery. It's not going to change who you are. It's not going to change your feelings. It's not going to change any kind of trauma that you have. It's a surface thing. It's changing what it looks like. It is. I don't know. I'm sure there's some research behind it about how, how it can actually affect self-esteem and insecurity, but I don't think it's going to be a quick, immediate fix like she thinks it's going to. It's a few weeks before classes start. Like, she's probably going to be all bruised up and swollen, I would think. And if anything, I think she's got to be addressing both things. And I think a lot of plastic surgeons actually recommend this too. You're going to have to be addressing and working on the inside as well as the outside if you want to do the outside. You cannot ignore the inside and feel like changing something on the outside is going to fix the inside. I don't think it works that way. Morgan says the dogs are her parents' dogs. She's 18. She didn't even want the dogs. She is being selfish. Right, but she's allowed to feel the way she feels. And I think that's the bottom line here. And we say it a lot. You can't be the asshole for feeling something. It's what you do with it. So yes, Beer today, if she gets to the point where she's actively exhibiting resentment because she's allowed her feelings to build to that point, then yeah, that's going to be an issue. But there are all kinds of other red flag warning signs throughout this that I feel like she's going to have to address. Ugh. That's where I'm at. Ugh. 124 or 400 donuts right now. You guys are at 96% on the likes goal. By golly, you're going to eke in there, aren't you? We're at 501, but I'm going to keep going for a few minutes here. I'm going to keep it going. 124, 400. And we just had Brittany. Brittany's with us with the auto renewal subscription, 4 months in on being a member of the Storm. Glad to have you. Glad to have you here. All right, we're going to go ahead and bounce over to the other one here as well. Don't forget, we do have this going on today, where the top 10 gifters and 2 new members of the Storm, 2 existing members of the Storm will be put on the wheel. We'll spin it during the VIP live. We'll be giving away a sticker pack, or all the sticker packs that we have. Or if you're outside of the U.S., we'll send you a discount code for the swag shop. And we'll also be giving away a signed 24x36 Ascon scale poster. And everyone on the team is signing. It's pretty stinking cool. All right, we're going to go ahead and dive into our next story here. This will likely be our last story unless we hit that cake goal in time for me to get that one worked in as well. This one is, am I the astronaut for not eating the dinner my husband made for me? This is about me, 31 female, and my husband, 30 male. In our household, we don't really cook because we both work at places with free or very cheap, warm, and good lunches. So on weekdays, we tend to have very light dinners. Think just some simple sandwiches, or sometimes even nothing if we're still full from lunch. If we're not working on that day, we mostly get takeout or go out to eat. On the rare occasions we want homemade dinner, I'm the one who cooks because frankly, my husband is a horrible cook and always has been. So my 31st birthday fell on a work day this year and I wasn't planning on celebrating anything. Just wanted to get some nice dinner with my husband and watch a movie afterwards or something. I asked him if he wanted to go to one of our favorite local restaurants that day and he said no, he would take care of dinner. I thought cool, thinking he'd get takeout or order in. Well, that day when I came home from work, I got into the living room and I saw that my husband was setting up the table. He says he made me dinner and that surprised me because again, he's not a good cook. But I sit down and wait for him to finish setting up the table. And well, it was bad. Very bad. The pasta dish he made...
With my skull.
Hey-oh, you hit the likes goal. Look at you guys go. 100%, 606K and still going. You guys, I did not see that one coming. I saw you sneak back there, but I didn't know what you were doing.
There's a lot of confetti up on top of the staff.
Yeah. We've got confetti in every nook and cranny in this studio. It is wild. The pasta dish he made, the sauce was weirdly grainy and oily. Smelled off, too. He tried to make little pies stuffed with cheese, but all the pies were half burned and most of the cheese had oozed out from them already. Well, like pizza rolls? The chocolate pudding he made for dessert was still extremely liquidy. It was very clear that nothing turned out the way it should have, but I thanked him and told him I appreciated the effort. But that we both know his cooking skills are bad, so he should have just gotten takeout or order in. He got upset, but honestly, he knew the food was messed up. And I still wanted a nice dinner, so I asked if he wanted to order in, but he refused. So I still ordered in for him too, in case he wanted it later, but he only ate his portion of the dinner. Afterwards, he called me a jerk and said, at the very least, I should have tried the food. Oh, he didn't even try it. It's been a few weeks, and sometimes I think that I was too harsh, and maybe I should have just tried the food, even if I knew it would be bad. Am I the astronaut? There is this episode of Bluey. Shocking, I know. But where the kids decide they're going to make food for the parents, and they end up making this thing. It's called like a special, and it's like a Jello mold with like spaghetti and meatballs and like all kinds of other crap shoved into it, and they know it's going to be disgusting. They serve that to their mom. The mom's like, and the dad, Bandit, is like, I know this isn't very romantic, but can we trade? So he gets her food, and so she won't have to eat it, and he takes a bite, and they end up expecting him to eat the whole thing. So he eats the whole thing and then gets sick, but he does it for them. And I feel like in this case, yes, obviously the food didn't turn out the way that it was supposed to. I'm sure he was stressed and disappointed about that. Not even attempting to try to taste it, I would be a little hurt by it. Even though it all turned out like garbage. Even though I knew that it didn't all turn out the way that I wanted it to. Bless you, by the way. I'd still be like, I'm going to try it. If you would at least try it, and then we can make the decision on whether we're going to order something in or do something different. But let's at least give it a shot. It doesn't have to look great to taste great. So give it a shot. So the question here is, am I the astronaut for not eating the dinner my husband made for me? I think the question should be, am I the astronaut for not trying the dinner my husband made for me? And for that, I would say yes. I don't think you're an evil person, but I think you definitely shouldn't have done that. Or in this case, definitely should have at least tried it. And then after that, made your determination, but not even attempting it when someone went to a lot of effort knowing that they're not good at this in the first place is something that I feel like it's a gesture. That's all it is. It is a gesture. Even if you know it's going to taste bad, it is a gesture of appreciation. Solo Traveler, you know the exact episode I'm talking about here. So yes, it is an ask on to thing. And that is unfortunate. He tried, right? Shannon agreed. Chelsea Stevens says food safety is serious. Yeah, but everything was cooked. I mean, everything was cooked. If anything, it was overcooked. So, I mean, that's an issue. All you have to do is try it. But he was eating it. So here's the issue. So he was eating it, and he didn't want to do anything else because he was butthurt about her not even trying it. If she had taken a bite, I can't say with 100% certainty, but it would have at least presented a better chance of him being like, yes, we can order something in. Thank you for at least trying it. But I'm sure he was frustrated. Yeah, there you go, Crazy Kershaw. And you could say, thank you for trying, love, but let's grab some takeout and have a laugh about it. He could have, or they could have, yeah. But I think it's just not even attempting part that sucks. Morgan, yeah, if I made an entire dinner and dessert, my boyfriend didn't even touch it, I would be upset. Agreed. Even if it looked bad, right? Agreed. Okay, we are ending today at 176 of 400 with our donuts. We will pick up on that cake goal next time. We'll have this cake story for next time, so don't worry. It will be around. We're going to take a few minutes and flip over to VIP mode here, so hang in there. If you remember the storm, look for the notification when we go live there. We will not be in the back studio this time. We're waiting for the new internet to get installed and activated before we try that again. We'll just be setting up here. So give us about 10-15 to get fully flipped over, and then you'll get a notification when we're jumping on. Thank you guys so much for being awesome, as always. Thank you for all the love, all the support. Pam K, Brenda Corona, Beth Ann, TLS, Terry, Genji, Just a Geek, Lisi, Lex, Meadow, B, Kenny, Cat Power, Silver, B, Not Being Dumb, just sarcastic. That's the username. Pam K, Cat Power, Carol Jaworski, Brittany with us for month 4, Kenny, Beth Ann, Oro T Bird, Givy 66, Jessica Silver, Dypen Broick, Golden Now, again, with the baller wallet here. I wish I had this level of skill. TLS, Helios Prime, Crazy Kershaw, Shaz, Beth Ann, Tony Spark, Big Mac, Dippin' Broek, Miles Griff, Shaz, Helios Mine, Rescue Ninja. Thank you guys so much all for all of your support and love today. We have a blast on Wednesdays and can't wait to see you for the next one. VIPs, we'll see you here shortly. See you next time.